Welcome back, guys, to the next video. Today we have Eustace Captain Kid from set 10 going against Purple Luffy from set 5. Within this matchup, we are definitely trying to limit the amount of value that Purple Luffy gets from their leader ability by being able to take their life and also ramping a card at the same time. We can mitigate this by finding cards like Basil Hawkins, Nico Robin, and the 8-cost Kid to be able to trash their top life so they are not gaining as much value and gaining that hand size. Now in this matchup, we did end up losing the dice roll, and Purple Luffy ended up deciding to go first, which is to be expected, as that is going to be the more natural curve for Purple Luffy, but we are also okay with it because we also did want to go second within this matchup as well. Starting off here, Purple Luffy starts us off, 1 Dawn, they end up passing right back to us. We draw for turn, flip up 2 Dawn, and we're going to pay down 1 Dawn, and we are going to drop down the Monkey D. Luffy Searcher. We're going to take the top 5, and we are going to look for a yellow Supernova character. Looking around, we end up grabbing that 4-cost Basil Hawkins, which is going to be crucial for this matchup, and we end up passing turn. Purple Luffy flips up there 2 Dawn. And they use their leader ability, starting to get their value. Then they are going to end up ramping 1 Dawn off of that as well. And from there, it's just a big 9k swing of life. We are going to take that first swing, and they pass it right back over to us. Next, we draw for turn, flip up our next 2 Dawn, and this is going to be a pretty easy play. We're going to swing 5 in at lead, see what they end up doing, and then with our next 4 Dawn, we're going to play out that Basil Hawkins that we searched up last turn. They counter out here with the Usohachi, and just like I had said for the Basil Hawkins, pass turn, not using the leader effect just quite yet. Resetting the Dawn, they are now at 6 Dawn in that threshold to be able to leader ability, as he does here, takes that life and then ends up ramping another card up to 7 Dawn. No Luffy Taro play, ends up swinging 7 at life. We go ahead and take because we are more than welcome to start taking our life here. And then he's going to tap 5 down, and he's going to play the Eustace Captain Kid blocker. Resetting here, we are now on our 6 Dawn turn, which is an even curve here, so we have a couple options here. We can either play the Nami, which is a really good card for us, or we can also play the Nico Robin here as well. Looking through our hand, we're going to set 1 Dawn, and we're going to start searching again. Searching top 5 again for a yellow Supernova character. And here you can see we grab out that another Basil Hawkins again. And now we're going to spend 5 Dawn, and there's that Nami that we were talking about. We're going to trash that Basil Hawkins with that trigger that we had just searched for and KO that Eustace Captain Kid. Now that frees us be able to swing in at life with no blocker up and available. Swinging in 5k with the leader. He counters out. And then we swing in 5k with the Basil Hawkins as well. And he's thinking here, still pretty good amount of cards in hand, and ends up countering out again with an Usohachi, I believe that is. Now we are going to end up using our leader ability, flip up that top life, reveal that Shirahoshi, and we are going to give that Basil Hawkins blocker, which is just going to be very scary for the Purple Luffy because any swing, we are instantly blocking and trashing that top life. They are on a 9 Dawn turn, so 9 Dawn is going to be pretty scary here. And he actually ends up taking another life to go ahead and ramp up to 10. Now he's still playing the 9. Drops down a 9-cost Lin Lin. And within that, he actually ends up going ahead and putting the Basil Hawkins to the bottom of our life, and he also gains a life at the same time. So good, nice little workaround to not go into effect of the Basil Hawkins able to trash our life, and he's just going to get a 6k swing, in which we will 2k counter out. We'll refresh, go up to our 8 Dawn turn. And we're going to spend all 8, play down that Eustace Captain Kid. We are going to trash that top life that he ended up just gaining. Trash a Sanji. And now we're going to be free swinging into life, so swing in 5k with the leader. And then we'll have a 5k swing with our Nami on board as well. But he takes the 5k from lead, and then another 5k from the Nami, ends up giving a 2k counter. That gives us some pretty good information that he is running a little low on his 1ks, and he doesn't have too much left in hand. Ended up taking the 5k from the leader, and then ended up giving us a 2k counter for our 5k Nami swing, and then we'll end up passing turn. Can't use the leader ability since the Shirahoshi is already face up, but we will draw one trash one off of the kid. And now Purple Luffy's turn. Ask for a card check. We got 6 cards in hand. And he is going to swing 9k at us and into the Nami. We ended up going ahead and letting the Nami go. And swings another 7k at us. We're going to take that Shirahoshi blocker off the top of our life. And then here he spends 7 Dawn for a Luffy Taro into an Onami blocker. Onami ends up letting him trash 1 card and drawing 2 cards. I love that opposite effect of the queen effect, to be able to trash a card and then just draw 2. Makes it a really nice little effect there. We'll refresh on our next 10 Dawn turn. Mulling over and deciding what to do here. That Onami blocker is kind of annoying for us, so if we have our own Nami in hand, we might be able to pop off that Onami blocker on board. That is a possible option for us. We could also drop down another 8-cost kid, nuke their last life, or a couple other options on what we can do here. Alright, and it looks like we're going to pay 4. We are going to use the Damned Punk. We're going to look at our top life, and that allows us to KO a 5 cost or less. So it's basically the event version of the Nami. And we are going to end up trashing that Onami. And we're going to go ahead and get a 9k swing into life. Does have 1 Dawn up to be able to possibly use a Gum Gum Giant, and there it is, Dawn -2. Go ahead and trash a card, and then be able to draw 2 more cards. Trashing a Linlin, drawing 2 more cards, puts him up to 9k, and then ends up giving us an Usohachi to counter out. And we have 6 Dawn remaining. And we're going to swing 6k at lead. It ends up taking that last life. And we're going to pay 1. We're going to start searching with Luffy. And from there, we are going to grab out an X-ray, which is a nice little 2k counter for us at this point in time of the matchup. We have 4 Dawn left over. And we are going to end up paying 2 more Dawn, dropping out a Shirahoshi, and then paying our final 2 Dawn, replacing the Luffy Searcher, and playing a Viola. Viola lets us flip over all of our life face down, which is really nice in this matchup if we have that top life facing up. Now we're able to use that leader effect, restand the kid, giving it blocker, drawing 1 card, and trashing 1 card, allowing us to start cycling through our deck a little bit more. You can see there we trashed the 7-cost Linlin. Right here we're in a pretty good spot. We have 3 blockers on board and 3 life, and this purple Luffy does not have too much left over, so we are feeling like we're looking pretty good into this late game matchup. Drawing a card for turn, and because of that Gum Gum Giant, he's still only at 9 Dawn here. Just a nice easy 5k swing into life, and we're going to 1k counter out with the Shirahoshi. And with the Luffy Taro swinging an 8k life, we're going to take that Shirahoshi off of our top life, swing in with Lin Lin, we are going to block and then give a nice little 2k counter out, or 1k counter out, excuse me. And we're going to drop 7, another Luffy Taro coming out into our Zorojiro, letting him search the top 5 for a Straw Hat, and this gives him the ability to search out potentially a Gum Gum Giant or some other late game additions as well. Ends up grabbing a Sanji off of that search, passes turn, and with 2 Dawn up. Now we're right here. We are in a pretty good spot to go for game. You know, he has no blockers on board, no life. We're just worrying about the Giants right now. And those are the only thing that is going to be getting in our way of closing out this matchup right here. Now we're just looking for ways to split up our Dawn here. And I think we're just going to get to 12k swings in at lead, and we are going to try to go for this game. Alright, takes the first 12k swing at lead. Taps 1. There is that 1 Gum Gum Giant. Dawn -2. Trashing a card and drawing 2 more cards. Brings it up to 9, gives us a 2k Frankenosuke, and 2 more 1k blockers with a Bond Clay and the 5 cost Kid, and swinging another 12k, and there's another Gum Gum Giant. Dawn -2, ends up trashing a card, and he has to hit 2 perfect cards to be able to get out of this swing. Gets us a 2k counter, but that is not enough, and then we end up taking the match right there. Thanks for watching, guys. This matchup just shows that Yellow Kid can still compete within the current meta and meta decks playing against Purple Luffy. Stay tuned for the deck list, and we will catch you in the next one.